All right, so gonna be trying a little bit different of a setup here for this video. I got earbuds in because I get better quality that way. So I am doing this recording on StreamYards. So if you don't know, this is where I stream mainly sports games, but we'll see what else I kind of start streaming in the future. But so you're gonna see down here is it's basically set up, for streaming, so I have to have it. So that's just just my name there. But to get into this episode, I mean, I God, I this episode just kind of frustrates me a bit. It centers around a fart joke, and it's basically a whoopee cushion, but they take like a big mat, um, for the fart joke. And I understand why Jeremy just he flips out at the end of this episode. So we'll get to that. But to start off here, Jeremy's he doesn't start out with I think it's Yanma is how you say it. I believe that's how you say it. But the story again, it basically centers around him, and most of this is Yanma wants to learn about the poison gun, essentially his transformer, essentially, like, hey, like, I didn't build that, I've never seen that, I want to learn about it, I want to kind of dissect it, and what makes it tick, essentially. And so Jeremy kind of tests him to kind of see if he's worthy of kind of having it and worthy of using it and whatnot. I forget the side characters. I'm so sorry about the side character. It's gonna take me probably half the season, maybe more, to remember the side characters' names. But basically, his subordinate is kind of in the back, kind of saying like, hey, like, he grew up in a junk field. Their kingdom, before it was technology based, was basically trying to trampled over by Shugoden, however you pronounce it. And they were basically weeds to Regulus and that kingdom. And so I think it was Gin. I think Gin is how you pronounce it. Again, that's like, these aren't American names. Like, I'm sorry, these it's a whole new thing, to learn. But it's fun to learn. But I believe it's Gin is how you pronounce this game. Pronounces name. Oh my god. Anyway, we kind of have a backstory where they're, he's sitting in a junkyard, Gin is, and he's telling Yanma to kind of go around, get some parts. Everything is useful. Just because it's in junkyard doesn't mean it's trash, essentially. So we get that kind of flashback, and Jeremy's like, okay, you know what? If this is true, here you go. Here's my transformer. He kind of plays a prank on him, sets the subordinate on fire, kind of a little bit before, and then he sets the laptop on a fake fire. They're both fake fires. And so Jeremy's like, hey, I'm out. Peace. You have fun. So then, God, Yanma gets a call from Regulus and says, hey, bring me that Sixth Ranger. Give him to me. I want him in. I want him. I'm going to imprison him. I'm going to take him for myself. He's mine to take care of. And so Yanma's like, what if we had a whoopee cushion the size of a huge mat and we prank this man? Again, I understand. I'm totally agreeing with Jeremy here. He's going to flip out after he finds out. So, they use the gun, the poison gun, to set up this fake, it's a fake fart trap. But it has like this confetti and like explosions of farts and whatnot that's supposed to come out of it. And so they go to it. Jeremy obviously doesn't know. He doesn't know this part. And he finds out after this. But they go to the thing. And a bunch of subordinates are bringing in. And we find out that the Bugnarok monster, who was it's kind of like a copy of one that we've had previously, is he ends up taking over the body of the main subordinate here. And what happens is they're all trying to like, this thing is probably like 75 80 pounds, like, or maybe even close to 100. I don't know. This thing looked heavy. It took 4 people to move it, and they're struggling, like, they're shaking their arms trying to hold on to it to make sure it doesn't fall, to set off the trap and whatnot. And what happens is essentially, this we'll get into the side story here real quick. So, I almost said Gin. What's his name? Gira. Jesus. What a day it's been. Gira is in the Garden Kingdom, and Yellow's like, hey, like, you can't go out and search for them, I want to make sure my Scorpion's okay, but you can't be walking around, you're still dead. And so Gira's like, here, try to stop me. So a bunch of the maids come over, they dress him up like Sebastian, so that's his way to get out of the kingdom. So then Yellow takes a stroller, they go through Shigoden. And Gira disguised as Sebastian trying to listen, and he kind of hears them underground. So he stops the cart, kind of like trying to figure out on the ground, like, hey, they're somewhere under here. And so what happens is a bunch of Bugnarok pop up, the minions pop up, start attacking everyone. Gira can't fight. Obviously, he's Sebastian. He can't fight. So he's got to clumsily give Yellow her sword. Rita is there. Black is there. I got 2 names left. We got 2 names left to really learn. And so all 3 of them start fighting again. Gira can't. He's Sebastian. He's got to just watch from the sidelines. He hates it, but he's like, hey, I got to do what I got to do. Like, these people are right here. These are my people. I'm trying to save my people. They're right here. They can't know I'm alive, though. Not yet. So he's off the sidelines. And a bunch of explosions and, everything go off. And that shakes the castle where Yenma and Jeremy are. Again, they're presenting Jeremy to Regulus. And so what happens is the subordinate who is disguised as the Bugnarok, he accidentally drops it, hits his foot, and then he starts to fall over. Yenma sky kicks him. He jumps and just he kicks him with his foot, and he's like, oh crap. And he just like crosses his legs midair and just falls down, sets off the trap of just a bunch of explosions. And we see the gun kind of pop out from underneath the big mat. And Jeremy, well, first of all, the Bugnarok is, revealed to him, his disguise is canceled out. And so Yenma goes after him. He's like, hey, like, this is all a trap by you guys. He goes after them. Jeremy sees that, his weapon was used for a freaking fart, a prank on a king, and this man flips out. He transforms. He goes one after another after the King Ohgers, 5 King Ohgers, beats them, steals their swords. We see one of the main, not Deathnarok, the other main Bugnarok guy is there. He's telling that the Bugnarok, like, hey, like, you're just a screw up. Just go die. Like, just go get beat by the King Ohgers. So they make him transform, go giant. And James was like, you know what? If words aren't enough, my actions are going to be enough for you guys. He's a tarantula comes down from the sky. It's called God Tarantula, so that's straightforward. Comes down from the sky. And I'm so thankful that a real life tarantula, like, it can't do anything like this. Not that, there's jumping spiders and whatnot, but I'm so thankful that the human mind makes up way worse beings and way worse stuff that can hurt us and, like, annihilate us than what we actually have here on Earth. Because this tarantula is jumping around like a jumping spider. It's as strong as the tarantula. And it's just kicking butt. It's kicking butt. And so defeats the Bugnaroks. Main Bugnarok monster is like, oh, I'm just a half-wit. I guess I should just go charge him and die. And so what happens was Jeremy summoned the 3 god, the 3 gods. I was gonna say something else. No, it's just the 3 god swords to kind of help beat up the giant minions. He takes down I guess he kind of uses the gods to kind of help him take down the main Bugnarok monster, puts the Zords, kind of behind him. And then we kind of see like a flash of light, obviously, explosion and whatnot, but it's a fake out. And what happens is somehow in the sky, there is a way for the tarantula to attach, the web. This is Spider-Man, but like, this is a Sentai Spider-Man. Jeremy literally he was swinging around, on webs through the city, when he's on the ground battle, the tarantula's doing it too. He can, from his butt, just go up to the, just like a spider would. And so the three gods just willingly go up. And Jeremy takes the Buggenrock with him. And the Buggenrock's like, why'd you save me? And, Jeremy's like, hey, us half-wits have to stay together, like we got a bond here. We got to, take care of each other. I'm the king of all, so I got to protect everyone. So he takes the gods. They go up into the sky somewhere. We don't into the clouds. Yeah, again, there's a city up there, I guess. What is it? Chesu? Is that how you say it? Chesu, I think I don't remember how you say it. But that's he's the king of all, which again is it's in the sky. He's above all. He's king of all. So makes total sense. And so that essentially ends the episode with all 5 of the main heroes don't have their transformers, their sword transformers. They're like, why did the gods go with them? And Ghira's like, they just willingly went with them. So, I don't know. I got nothing for you guys. I don't know what to say. I got nothing. Next week, get into that real quick. Just kind of more Jeremy fights Yellow, and then we got more Zord action, more God Tarantula Zord action. I'm praying that they keep Jeremy away. He's kind of an anti-hero / secondary villain. I'm totally okay with it. Dude, again, his weapon, which is like advanced, it's over 2,000 years old, was used for a fart joke. Like, yeah, I'd be upset too. I'd be like, hey, okay, you know what? I'm supposed to be the king above all. You're just using it for a fart joke. I'm just, bye. You are kids. So yeah, again, it's just more screen time for the Zord next week. More we got a fight between Yellow and the Sixth Ranger. So not I don't want to call it filler, but it's not as exciting as it was like leading. Like obviously this is the big debut for the God Tarantula. This is his debut at the end. So like they're kind of hyped it up, but and next week it just kind of seems, and I'm sure we'll get some added story to this. But keep him an anti-hero for a while. Like he was trying to explain, like, hey, like this is my mother's weapon too. Like it's passed down to me. I've had it for over 2,000 years. Finally can use it. But yeah, just keep him an anti-hero, keep him away. Somehow the 5 of them get their swords back by next. So we take them away, and then my guess is the first 10 minutes of next week's episode, they're just going to get them back. Maybe have an episode where they don't have them. Be different. I don't know. I just think it's kind of dumb that, again, at least one episode. This probably, it won't even be half an episode. I bet you by like the 10-minute mark, I bet you they probably have their swords back. Because again, we see Yellow fighting in this episode, or in the preview, with their sword. So he's gonna take us, and I'm sure in in their canon, in their timeline of events, whatever you want to say it. I'm sure it's probably only like half a day, because it's like sun is setting, and then next time we see them fight, the sun is up. So they lose their swords for a night, I guess, which is like 10 minutes, not even an episode. Well, it can be. Sometimes it can go on, it can drag on. You can have a whole episode in the day. Sometimes you just have day, night, day, whatever. But yeah, that's it. So it's all based around a fart joke. That's all this episode was. So for now, like the video, share the video around, don't forget to subscribe, and I'm out of here. Peace.